Hi there and welcome to today's science lesson, What Makes It Work? So to get your brains warmed up, I'd like to do something called a PMI, a positive, minus and interesting. The P, the positive, something good about this. M, the minus, something negative, something bad about this. And I, something interesting or a little bit strange. So my question is, what would the world be like without electricity? Pause now and consider your answers. Okay, so here are my example answers. My positive, you'd never get struck by lightning. My minus, my negative, there'd be no televisions, internet, and certainly no recorded lessons. Something interesting, we need to power things in a different way, such as water or air, like people used to do in the past. Okay, your first task. In a moment, I'm going to ask you to pause, and I want you to answer these questions. Can you name these objects? What do they all have in common with each other? And are there any differences between them? Pause now. Okay, so the objects are TV, clock, remote control car, computer, hairdryer, mobile phone, kettle, shaver, laptop, torch, CD player, fridge, fan, remote control, electric car, and an iPad. They are all electrical devices. They all require electricity in order to work. Now, the difference between them is how they're powered. So, for example, a TV and a kettle, you have to plug into the mains. Something like a clock or a remote control, they work on batteries, so they're mobile. They can be moved around. So 4 questions to consider. What is electricity? What can it be used for? How does it work? And where does the electricity come from? Pause now to consider those questions. Okay, so what is electricity? Well, it's a flow of electrons through conducting materials such as metal. What can it be used for? To power devices. How does it work? Well, as the electrons move, they create power. That then causes your device to work. Now, where does it come from? It's a bit more tricky. All things contain electrons. The key is to get them moving. Now, in order to get them moving, you rotate magnets inside loops of metal. Now, we do this through power stations such as burning coal, oil, gas, or nuclear reactions, or renewable sources such as air and water. That's something that I will cover with you in another lesson. So, your first task, I want you to look at these pictures here, and I want you to decide whether they use electricity or whether they don't use electricity. Pause now and have a go. Okay, the lamp uses electricity, as does the iron. The pen doesn't, the brush doesn't, the TV does, the bike doesn't, the kettle does, the candles don't, the washing machine does, the toaster does, the tap and bowl don't, and the lawnmower does. Okay, a bit of a sorting activity for you now. So we've got a kettle, a mobile phone, a Nintendo Switch, a calculator, an oven, a television, car headlights, torch, and a computer. And what I want you to decide is whether they are mains powered, so whether you actually have to plug them into the wall, or whether they're battery powered. There might be one or two that you're not sure about. Place them into the middle. Guys, pause it and have a go. Thank you. Okay, so here are my answers. So I've got kettle, oven, television, and computer in the mains powered. You have to plug them in order to make them work. We've got calculator, car headlights, and torch in battery powered. Anybody want to think about why I've placed mobile phone and Nintendo Switch in the middle? That's right. Whilst they run on batteries, they have to be charged using mains power. Now, today's tasks. You've got a sheet for this, and what you need to do is decide whether the object is electrical or not. So under each picture, you need to write uses or doesn't use. So that's for the kettle. If the kettle, if you think it uses electricity, you would write uses electricity underneath. If it doesn't use it, you would write doesn't use underneath. Pause now and have a go. Okay, you've got a sheet for this one too. This is your second task. And what you need to do is to decide whether it's mains powered or battery powered. Mains is it's plugged in. Batteries, you have to put batteries inside it. Now, if you've got one that is battery powered, but you think it has to be recharged, then write battery rechargeable underneath. Guys, it's been a pleasure. I look forward to seeing your answers. Good luck. Cheerio.